Greetings, Ian from RTO here, and welcome to a short little video in response to the CD Junkie, Stephen Schnee, his Holy Trinity challenge. I thought, yes, I'm up for this, and it was finding the band to do, and I thought I'd do probably one of my favourite bands, Marillion. Now, the trouble with Marillion was their first 4 albums were Fish are just brilliant. They are the creme de la creme of the collection. It's just very hard to sort this one out, so I wanted to include my favourite album as well. So the way I've done it, I've had to start at the second. But before I go into it, I'm just going to have a little mention to the debut. Script for a Jester's Tear came out in 1983. Fish, Peter Javarvis on the bass, Steve Rothery on guitars, Mark Kelly on keyboards, and the original drummer Mick Pointer, of course, who's now drummer with Arena. So very successful top 10 debut album for Marillion, and it has gone platinum. Just to give it a mention, it's got Garden Party on it, and of course Forgotten Sons, 2 stalwart songs from that period. So that was the honourable mention. So here we go into that Holy Trinity. So we start off with the second album from 1984, Fugazi. Changed drummer now. We've got Ian Mosley, and these 4, Mr. Mosley, Javarvis, Rothery and Kelly, have been playing together in Marillion ever since. This is a great album, very underrated. When it came out, the mix wasn't too bad, but they've remixed it now and you get the definitive version. It's got the Great Assassin on it, which is absolutely brilliant. You can start off with them Indian drums, really fantastic. Punch and Judy, the little short sharp song about relationship split ups, the beautiful Jigsaw, the interesting Lies, and then we get a track that when it first came out was a lot heavier, but it became this church organ thing. It's not my favourite track on the album, but I do like Mark Kelly's great keyboard solo on it. Then we get Incubus, which is the best song on here. Absolutely stunning, one of Steve Rothery's best ever guitar solos, and the album closes with the title track Fugazi, which was a huge crowd favourite in this period as well. Where are the prophets, where are the visionaries at the end. Brilliant album, really good album. Artwork done by Mark Wilkinson, who does all the early stuff, so I'll just show you the thing. I know people don't like covering that, but you have to see the great artwork. Okay, saw them on that tour, thought they were brilliant. Then there were within that, by March, I was coming up with new material for this album, which is The Great Misplaced Childhood. Came out in 1985. I brought this on the day of release. Again, did very well. Number 1 album for them, very successful. Another platinum album for them. Tracks on here, it's got Pseudo Silk with Kimono, the little short piece, the big hit single Kaylee, not a particularly favourite of mine, but it's still a great track. Then Lavender, then Bittersweet, which is a great track, and side 1 ends with Heart of Lothian. The video to that is pretty cool as well. Then side 2. Now I think side 2 of this album is far better than side 1. Opens up with Waterhole Express bongo, some lovely keyboard sampling there from Mark Kelly. Then it goes into Lords of the Backstage, and then it's got the best track on the album, Blind Curve, which has got wonderful piece Milo. And then we have Childhood End, which is cool, and it ends up with the anthem White Feather. Saw them do the entire of this at Milton Keynes Bowl in Birmingham. Great picture again from Mark, and I like how the Jester's going out with the old, out with the old, in with the new, the chameleon and the magpie. Great album. extensive tour, but unfortunately the record company wanted more. So out they come in 1987 with what I consider the best Marillion album ever made. It's the best writing that Fish ever did in Marillion. It's Clutching at Straws from 1987, number 2 in the UK charts here in the UK. A gold album for them. This opens up with that great trilogy of songs, Warm Wet Circles, and starts with Hotel Hobby, Warm Wet Circles, and That Was the Time of the Night. 3 songs that you don't play on their own. Absolutely daunting, atmospheric, great tracks. Gotta be careful because there's one track missing on this. That's on the CD. So the next track on here is Just for the Record, which is a great track. There's no Going Under on the album. And then we get the brilliant White Russian, which is absolutely superb song. Side 2 opens up with the single, the big single from this, Incommunicado, followed by the Torch song, Slash the Mouth, which is the opener of the tour. I saw them on this tour a couple of times, absolutely brilliant. Sugar Mice, which is a lovely song. Then we get The Last Straw and Happy Ending. Not a double out, but it's on the back. You've got people in the band. You've got John Lennon there, the band. James Dean's on there as well. Mark Wilkinson artwork again. That is to me the best album that Marillion put out. So there we go. There's my little challenge. Holy Trinity. My Holy Trinity of Marillion. Hope you enjoyed it, and bye for now.